A growing number of COVID cases is leading to new questions about potential new restrictions. We're taking a look at how you can prepare older loved ones for what could be coming. We are joined now by Deb Bernacki from Happier at Home. Deb, good morning.
Good morning. And let me say, I have missed you and missed your viewers. So,
We missed you.
sending all my love.
Yes, good to see your face in person. Well, not really in person, but, you know, as good as we can get virtually and live. Good to have you back. Okay, so with these cases on the rise and maybe talk of some restrictions that could be in place, you know, how do loved ones start to have that conversation with family members about what to prepare for?
Well, that's what we have to do is think about what we've been through and really plan ahead. A lot of people already have a lot of these things in place, but the safest thing for seniors to do, unfortunately, is to self-isolate. You want to, as much as possible, avoid contracting the virus. So your loved ones can help you plan, you can plan in advance, but making sure that even though you're self-isolating in your home, that socially you're not isolating. You need to be smart about it. So having caregivers set and in place, that could be a combination of your loved ones. At Happier at Home, we are going into people's homes and helping them stay safe, avoiding them having to move into higher levels of care, because with that, as you know, there came some restrictions in visitation. So we want to try to keep people as independent as possible and in their home. So when you're having people come into your home, you have to make sure that you are planning in advance with the restrictions or planning for PPE and that type of thing when people are coming into
making sure they're
home.
safe. Speaking of, so that you know, those who are older are not isolated, technology plays a role in that as well. And so one of the things you talked about was making sure you're showing them how to use whatever technology so that you guys can stay in constant communication.
Yes, this is one of the most important things. Think right now about the type of technology you want to use and use this time to educate your loved one if they don't already know how to use it. Some people are just really versed on this. They can use FaceTime easily, Skype, Zoom, things like that. We've talked on TV before about using our digital frame where the loved ones can directly call into, or excuse me, the family members can directly call into their loved ones without them having to do anything. So for those who may have dementia, this might be a good option for you. So many doctor's visits now. If you don't need to go to your doctor's office, it is much safer to video conference with your doctor. Your doctor will triage you, and if for some reason there's a necessity for you to go in to see him or her, then they'll tell you that. But I personally know of people who have contracted the disease by going into their doctor's office, so we got to be very smart about this.
Yeah, speaking of doctor's offices, prescriptions and medications, how far or how long should families be planning to make sure that is all aligned?
Well, the less frequent you have to have anyone come into your home to give you the medications, the better. So if you can get 3 months of your medications at a time, that would be the best case scenario. But also thinking about the different types of things that you might want to stock up on, just the staple items. And we don't need to hoard or anything like that, but just being prepared. That's the key. Making sure that you know what you're doing and you're staying prepared. Making sure that you are in contact with your loved one, at least on a daily basis. My father and I talk every single morning. It's great socially, but also you know if there's any little changes that are happening.
Yeah, and lastly, it's very important, meal planning. And you mentioned Meals on Wheels and caregivers because, you know, people got to eat, so you want to make sure you have that all ready to go. Thank you, Deb. It was good to see you.
Great to see you.
Local